the workouts that five-star class of 2024 players, plural, went there to do yesterday. Kamarion Franklin got in that one-on-one workout with Jason Taylor. Five-star wide receiver JoJo Trader went out there, got his cleats dirty, and he looked good. Let me just say this because I didn't articulate this well enough on yesterday's episode, okay? I respect the hell out of both of those guys. Kamarion Franklin, five-star defensive lineman. Josiah Trader, five-star wide receiver, for actually going out there and competing. Because I've been to a bunch of Legends camps, and Paradise Camp is what it used to be called. I go to that event most years. And usually when you see five-star recruits in the upcoming cycle that show up, they're usually just there in street clothes, networking, hanging out. The five stars don't usually actually go out there and compete. So I respect the competitive spirit and the alpha dog mentality from Kamarion Franklin that, you know what, he came back down to Miami specifically to get one-on-one work in with Jason Taylor. And that's only going to help Miami in his recruitment if he's deciding primarily between Tennessee and Miami, is the feel of it with Kamarion Franklin. With JoJo Trader, I think it's very much an in-state battle for him between Miami and Florida State and Florida. And there are others, of course, in the mix. Georgia really likes him. Ohio State really likes him. That's probably his top five. But again, it goes a long way. The fact that JoJo, who lives nearby, of course, he's a Chaminade guy, but a five-star receiver actually comes out, competes, and works out at Legends Camp. I respect that. And you know what? Not only are those two young men five-star players on the field, but they've got that five-star character that Alex Mirabal talks about so much, that they don't want just five-star players. They want five-star human beings, right? And I believe that Kamarion Franklin and JoJo Trader are both five-star human beings. That's the type of alpha dog mentality that I want from guys who end up putting on that U on their helmet. And I hope both of those young men become Canes, because I respect so much the fact that five-star recruits with nothing to prove, they came out to the indoor practice facility, Legends Camp. They wanted to compete. They wanted to get coached up by the likes of Kevin Beard and Jason Taylor. They wanted to get critiqued, and they wanted to get better. A+ for both of those young men. And I hope they end up being Miami Hurricanes. I wanted to say something else about the Kamarion Franklin workout with Jason Taylor, because I mentioned to you guys, by the time I got to the Legends Camp yesterday, I had missed that workout because the workout happened before the camp actually started, but I was able to watch a video of it today. And bros, first of all, JT put that dude through a rigorous NFL style workout like that. I was getting tired just watching this workout. It was a whole battery of footwork and strength and pass rushing move drills, all sorts of defensive line drills that Jason Taylor was putting Kamarion Franklin through. And Franklin looked fantastic, right? I'd mentioned, I talked to somebody yesterday who watched the workout, and they told me, like, he built like a defensive lineman, but moved like a defensive back. And that very much, it appeared that way in watching the workout. I'm sure it looked even better in person than it looked on video. And, Franklin, really big bodied guy, of course, especially the lower body. I think he can probably grow into his upper body frame a little bit, but the lower body is stacked and very strong. Technique looked very sound. And it was just cool, like watching Jason Taylor kind of showing him some of the finer techniques with his hands and showing him some of this footwork stuff. Like, again, I say this about JT, when that man is coaching, he's in his element. It's like watching Beethoven compose, watching Jason Taylor coach. It really is a nice thing to behold.